see Tom Brady and the Las Vegas Raiders versus Deshaun Watson and the LA Chargers.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They will be led out by perhaps the best ever at 43 years of age now. It's the great Tom Brady.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Mark Ingram.
So let's take a look here at the key inactives. And, Charles, I guess you get this late in the year, you expect to see some guys populating on this list.
You're exactly right. No one's happy about it, but it really shouldn't be a surprise. So the guys who are playing in their spots, in their stead, they have to step up now and make big plays for their team.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? So, who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. Leading them out, their 2-time Pro Bowl quarterback in his 4th season now from Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
I'm absolutely eager to watch him play in this game because here we are, week 15. Not a lot of games left down the stretch. But will he get outside of himself trying to make huge plays in order to try and win an MVP? Because he's not in the #1 spot right now.
No, he's not. I think everyone consensus thinks that way. You hope he doesn't get outside of himself right now, though, because that could really get their offense out of sync. And it's been in sync most of this year.
And the Chargers.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it. It's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Jonathan Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Here's a screen to Powell. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Agnew now to return. Almost out-kicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture in the AFC. And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
It certainly is, because we all know everyone is aiming for that #1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get a bye, 1 from each conference, that question becomes who's hot? Who's peaking at the right time as you start the playoffs? This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson, that's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Watson, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
In his own end zone, it's Brady. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. Stop shy of the 45. Brady showed off a nice little move on the play, though. The receiving numbers for Hopkins a week ago. 8 catches, 115 yards.
And he's trying to prove the adage is not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong, takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a capper on this season.
Brady's throw there complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Again, it's Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
Deshaun Watson sacked.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Brady. And he rifles one incomplete. Adrian Peterson was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Eli Apple on the coverage.
Shotgun now for Brady. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determine that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. Able to break the tackle, but then quickly brought down just outside of the 5. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson completes it to Samuel. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
First down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 20.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Watson.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
first down, Chargers.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. They'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Watson. And the Raiders have got him. Khalil Mack in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Receiving team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Delayed game. Offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Ingram. Not a whole lot of room to run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the great move. Zach Cunningham, the leading tackler in the AFC in 2019, is there defensively.
35-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Brady quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught.
Brady's pass.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 makes it 3rd down and 10.
Operating from the gun, Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Watson. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki.
Pass.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Chargers.
From the gun, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Coverage on the play by Kyle Fuller.
Throwing again is Watson. Watson lost it. And the Raiders have recovered.
Watson on the keeper.
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. And it's caught. And the Raiders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Adrian Peterson, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run by Adrian Peterson. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
And still time for him here as we sit in the second. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Raiders pick it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Following the fumble recovery, Brady. And this one's incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
A 38-yard attempt.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
Raiders 10, Chargers nothing.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
To throw again on second down. Watson will get this underneath to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Operating from the gun. Watson. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Man, where has the season gone? We're into week 15 now. So let's give everybody a look at what's coming up here on what should be a very interesting weekend of football. Some great games still to come, and I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Then more good stuff to follow later in the afternoon. One good one being under the dome in New Orleans, where it'll be the Saints taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. And lastly, on Sunday Night Football, this will be one to tune in for, as they've got a good one lined up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Deshaun Watson making his way back out, the focus of our players' spotlight. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward.
Gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a carry for Jacobs. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Watson escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. Operating from the gun, Watson. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete.
Watson's pass.
That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
At the Raiders' 45-yard line.
To throw is Watson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down.
It's third down. And 8 yards.
Here's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up 4th down. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
8 yards on
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Again, Peterson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Peterson. That's good for a lot.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Brady going to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They run the option on 2nd down. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Jonathan Allen, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Brady. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
From the gun, Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And this won't be enough. A good secured tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
LA set to take over again on offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Los Angeles.
Operating from the gun, Watson eluding the pressure right. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And here's Watson on the keeper. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Raiders pick it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Brady now on first down. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
Here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Brady. And a quick throw here that's complete. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. Nice stiff arm.
Underused, but still effective.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Ingram. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Again, the ball carrier.
Tackle made there by Kamale Correa.
14-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second.
On second down, Peterson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
Goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run with Peterson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
On the carry.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
On second and goal, Brady. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Larry Fitzgerald. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
Now Gold for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones. And it's second down.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Gain of 10. First down, Chargers.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 42-yard line.
To the air yet again, Watson. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Again, it's Watson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Samuel. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the
that last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Watson looks to throw again. Pass complete to Demetrius Harris, the tight end.
Watson's pass.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure
And the Raiders have got him. Tyson Alualu. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Watson got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling.
Watson's pass.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
It's a gain of 13, but it brings up 3rd down.
Watson on 3rd down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Brings up fourth.
Here we go on fourth. Watson, he's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6.
Jacobs now. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Number 28, Josh.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Curtis Samuel. Incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
A field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Curtis Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Chargers.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Oh, the Chargers are pointing, and they've got it. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now it's Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. He couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Janoris Jenkins on the coverage.
Watson. And that will be incomplete.
Intended for Marquez Valdez.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Watson. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Now a short one to Gesicki. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Complete to Jamal Agnew.
Watson now to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Watson. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. And he's got it. Touchdown. Oh, but there is a marker on the field. So now the question, who is this on?
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And they take a knee. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Las Vegas, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Miami next week. Meanwhile, for the Chargers,